Well, hello there, everybody. How the heck are you doing today? This is a Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And beside me over here is Homeless Charlie. He's got the wig on again. All right. Was it kind of chilly last night?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they clean up your alley? I know you've been sleeping outdoors the last couple of months.
It's very nice. And I found an old air mattress.
Oh,
It didn't have a lot of air in it, so I kept falling out, but that's okay.
That's
Sort of like a friend of mine has.
did
well,
you
anyway, say hello to our video audience there, Homeless.
Well, hello to our video audience.
And below me, Dr. Fatpacker, why don't you say an opening, a greeting to our crowds?
Oh, well, hello, everybody. Guten Tag. I'm glad you're here with us today. Yeah.
Now, what we do, folks, is we laugh. No, we don't. We tell jokes. You laugh.
We laugh too, believe me.
Look, I just turned 84. Shut the hell up. I'm entitled to mistakes. So anyway, we tell jokes. You laugh. That's how the whole program goes. But first, we have a point of conversation, don't we there, Dr. Fatpacker? Just among the three of us.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the hang of this point of conversations here. So today, I'm sure this has happened to both of you at some point in your life. You bump another car in the parking lot. Yeah. Now, nobody sees you, but the damage is minimal. In fact, it's almost unnoticeable.
Wow.
Now, did you leave your name and address? Why or why not? Homeless Charlie, tell me about that. What would you do?
Well, what I do is if anybody gives me a business card, I keep the cards. And then when something like this happens, I put someone else's business card under the wiper.
Excellent, excellent. That'll move it right along. How about you, Comedy Thief?
Well, what I would do, I would leave a note too. But first, what I would do is I would ransack the entire car and the trunk and take everything of value. And the note I would leave is, you damn fool, don't you see the sign on my hat? That's what I would leave. What would you do?
Well, actually, what I would do is I would first, I would, of course, leave my name and my number because that's good. But then I would take pictures of where they think the damage is. So that later, if they contact me and say, oh my God, look at my bumper, look what you did, I can say, no, that didn't happen when I did it. This is the picture here. And I get away with that then. Ha.
Well,
that's it, I'm done. Go ahead, move on.
That's wonderful.
Like Homeless Charlie's better though.
Not too funny, but really wonderful there, Dr. Fatpacker. Tell us a couple of bad jokes.
I can do that. What should you give to a sick lemon?
I don't know.
A lemonade.
A lemonade.
Well, yesterday I was walking along and I was going into this building and a clown held the door open for me. Yeah, I thought it was a nice gesture.
Oh, nice. Get that, Charlie. A nice gesture. I like that one. Homeless Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, a young boy was talking to his father and he said, Dad, did you know that in other countries you don't know who your wife is until you get married? And the father replied, son, it's like that everywhere.
And we just lost more of the women viewers. Almost, Charlie, you dork. Now it's my turn, but folks, I have no jokes, see, so I got to make something up here. So this chipmunk up in a tree, he was talking to a squirrel, right? And he says, is it true that everybody, actually the chipmunk is talking to the squirrel. He says, is it true that every time they talk about being bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, they think of you? And the squirrel said to the chipmunk, mind your own damn business. I have no other punchline. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not prepared. Dr. Fatpacker, go for it.
That's okay, we know. So these three grandsons of ex-army men were boasting about their grandfathers, you know. And one says, my great-grandfather won declared proudly, it said, made the Army proud by joining the Army at the age of 12.
Wow.
Oh, and the other one says, my grandfather got 12 bravery medals.
Wow.
He was the only soldier in my family, said the third guy. But if my great grandfather was living today, he'd be the most famous man in the world.
Whew.
And they go, really?
Wow.
What'd he do? Well, nothing much, but he would be 152 years old.
So he'd be very, very famous. Very,
Yeah.
very famous. Whose turn is it? Oh, it's Homeless Charlie's, right?
Oh, over there.
Now we're going the opposite way. Okay, Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
This is sort of strange, but I damn near had a threesome last night.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Just needed 2 more people.
Darn.
Well, the other day,
Yeah.
I was in the morning, I do exercises in my bedroom.
That in itself is funny.
Yes, well, I do it in the nude. A little true confession here. So anyway, I'm in the bedroom without any clothes on, doing push-ups. But what I didn't know is that my girlfriend Bambi had left a mouse trap in the bedroom the night before.
Uh-oh.
You're talking pain, pain, pain. Dr. Fatbacker, it's all yours.
You must have stepped on it, huh? Okay, so 2 small boys, not yet old enough to be in school, they were overheard talking at the zoo one day. And the one boy goes, my name is Billy, what's yours? And the second boy goes, Tommy, my daddy's an accountant. What does your daddy do for a living? And Tommy says, my daddy's a lawyer. And Billy looks at him, he goes, honest? He goes, oh no, just the regular kind.
Just the regular kind. Okay, whose turn is it? Oh, it's Homeless Charlie's.
Yeah.
Well, for most of my life, I've taken the road less traveled,
Ooh.
but now I don't know where the hell I am.
Yeah.
Well, my grandmother
Oh, yeah.
went to the doctor,
Yeah.
and the doctor said, you're not getting, Granny, enough exercise. So I want you to walk 3 miles a day for the next 2 months.
Ooh.
So 2 months later, the doctor gets a phone call, and it's my granny. And he says, yes, Granny, may I help you? And Granny said, yeah. He said, I'm in Detroit, and I have no idea where I am.
Well, you're in Detroit. She knows that.
Walking 3 miles a day for 2, never mind.
I know. She should. So this Israeli soldier, he just enlisted, and he asked the commanding officer for a 3-day pass. And the commanding officer goes, are you crazy? You must join the Israeli army, and you already want a 3-day pass? You must do something spectacular for that recognition. So the soldier comes back a day later in an Arab tank. Well, the CO was so impressed. He says, how did you do it? He says, well, I jumped into a tank and I went toward the border with the Arabs, and I approached the border and saw an Arab tank. I put my white flag up, and the Arab tank put his white flag up, and I said to the Arab soldier, hey, do you want to get a 3-day pass? So we exchanged tanks.
That's absolutely perfect. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
This grasshopper
Oh, my goodness.
was hopping down Main Street.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, he came to a bar, and he hopped up into the bar. He hopped across the floor. He hopped up on the bar stool. Then he hopped up on the bar, and he looked face to face with the bartender. And
Yeah.
the bartender says, what a coincidence. And the grasshopper says, what? He says, I can't believe this. And the grasshopper says, what? And the bartender says, you hop into my bar, up on top of the bar. You're looking me right in the face. He says, what a coincidence. On our drink menu, we have a drink named after you. And the grasshopper said, you got a drink named Steve? That's...
Oh, I'm all choked up over that one.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, whose turn is it? Oh, Dr. Fatbacker, is it your turn? No, it's the Homeless Charlie.
Go to Charlie. That's fine.
Well, here's a little bit of wisdom. A pessimist sees a dark tunnel. An optimist sees light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
A realist sees a freight train. The train engineer sees three idiots standing on the track.
That's exactly what he says. Oh my
Very
gosh.
good.
Dr. Fatbacker, go for it.
Well, they say that animal behavior can warn you when an earthquake is coming. Well, I'll tell you, the night before that last earthquake hit, our family dog took the car keys and drove to Arizona.
Talented,
He
talented,
knew what was coming.
talented dog. So, well, anyway, there's
Yeah.
something about hurricanes. You know, they used to name all the hurricanes after women, right?
Yeah.
Because, hold on, Charlie.
Yeah.
This is your last one. Go for it.
Well, here's a science fact.
Oh,
If you took all of the veins from your body and laid them end to end, you would probably die.
You're
very
definitely
good
right.
point. Very good point. So anyways, I heard this on Cheers one time where, the mailman Cliff, he was telling this to his friend there, Norm, and he goes, a herd of buffalo can move only as fast as the slowest buffalo. And when the herd is hunted, it is the slowest and the weakest ones at the back that are killed first. This natural selection is good for the herd as a whole because the general speed and health of the whole group keeps improving by regular culling of the weakest members. In much the same way, human brain can only operate as fast as the slowest brain cells. Excessive intake of alcohol, we all know, kills brain cells, but naturally it attacks the slowest and weakest brain cells first. In this way, regular consumption of beer eliminates the weaker brain cells, making the brain a faster and more efficient machine. And that's why you always feel smarter after a few beers.
That's beautiful. I'm going to end this. Guys, I apologize, but you don't get a heads up on your last one because that was your last one. But I just want to say this. That herd mentality thing you talked about, Dr. Fatbacker?
Yeah.
The weakest, the slowest, of the herd ends up shit out of luck. But anyway, I took a walk this morning and there were 3 vultures circling overhead.
Ooh.
You talk about the weakest of the herd, you're looking at them. Anyway, this is the Company Thief saying farewell, goodbye. We're so glad you guys watched it. Well, wait a minute. Dr. Fatbacker, don't we invite a famous person to be on our very next video?
I have a note here. I thought we'd invite just so we wouldn't get all comedy people in here. How about Madeleine Albright? Remember her? She was a former U.S. Secretary of State.
That's beautiful. So Madeleine,
important here.
Madeleine, we want to invite you to be on our very next video, but you have to check in, Madeleine, in 24 hours because if you don't check in 24 hours, but
Is she still around? Is she still around? Is she still around?
Oh my gosh. Oh my God, it said right in my note, dead.
Wait a minute, she's dead?
Jawohl.
Well, then we just can't invite her. So who do we know named Madeleine? Madeleine. Do we know anybody named Madeleine?
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn?
She was in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, sold. Madeline Kahn, you're going to be on our very next video. Check in with funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Madeline, if you don't check in, you're not going to be on our video and you're going to go into the trash bin. So this is a Comedy Thief saying goodbye, passing along to, who am I passing along to? Oh, to Homeless Chart. No, you're last. Dr. Fatbacker for your goodbye and farewell.
Ooh, I'll go. Hey, Danke, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Look at, if you have a chance, go down to the bottom and subscribe. I said them all this time. Very good. Also, by the way, we have something new. We have business cards ready. On the business cards, you can have one or several of these if you'd like. You just send a message into funnyoldguys at gmail.com. I almost said dirty old men at gmail.com, but it's not that. It's funny old guys at gmail.com.
Well, occasionally we are dirty. So anyway, thank you very much, Dr. Fatpacker. And Homeless Charlie, we want you to say farewell to our hordes of humans watching our videos.
Goodbye to our hordes of humans watching our video.
And there we go. Everybody say goodbye, wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. Everybody wave.